Coming to you from the Deep South, this is the Blue Collar Leadership Podcast. High-impact leadership is not reserved for leaders, and it has nothing to do with your position, title, or rank. However, it does have everything to do with your character. It's time to climb to the next level and beyond, personally and professionally. Now, let's start making it happen with your host, Mack Story.
All right, guys, thanks for listening to the Blue Collar Leadership Podcast today. On the last episode, we talked about 7 signs it's time to fire your boss. And so let's flip the switch. And today I'm going to be talking to you about 7 signs it's time to promote your boss. So if you didn't know you could fire your boss, go back and listen to that last episode, episode 107. And today we're talking about promoting your boss. So I want to open this episode with a quote from Norman Vincent Peale. And he says, "One never does wrong by doing right." And you may be thinking, promote the boss? How do we do that? Can we do that? Absolutely, we can do that. Why should we do that? You might be thinking. And I'm going to tell you, we shouldn't do it unless the boss deserves it. The higher up the ladder the good boss climbs, the more influence they'll have across the organization. So it'll get better for you and it'll get better for everyone else. And the more influence the good ones have, the better it's going to be for the people who work there today, the people who work there tomorrow, and especially if you got a good relationship with them. So first of all, what you need to know before we really talk about how do we promote them, first of all, we only promote those bosses that are worthy of promotion. It's not about years of service, not about how many degrees they have or what they've accomplished. When we promote our boss, it should be because of how they make us feel. It should be how much they care about us. It should be because of how much we trust them. And it should be because of how much they're willing to help us. When I'm talking about promotion, I don't mean an official promotion like the one you may be thinking of when you hear the word. We can't give the boss a raise or we can't give him a new title. That's not the kind of promotion I'm talking about. But we can lift them up by giving them something of great value. Recognition for serving us well or for serving others well. We promote them by giving them the best type of advertising there is. You've probably heard me talk about this before if you listen to very many of my podcasts. What I'm talking about is word of mouth. That's how we promote good, worthy bosses. We give them good, positive word of mouth, meaning we say good things about them and promote them for who they are as a person. Well, John Maxwell says this. He says, "Successful people do daily what unsuccessful people do occasionally." So relative to that, I'm talking about promote the boss if they deserve it. Do it on purpose. Truett Cathy says, how do you know when someone needs encouragement? They're breathing. So let's talk about these 7 signs that indicate it's time to promote your boss. First sign is the boss values the people more than their position. What I mean is the boss has your back no matter what. You follow the boss because you want to, not because you have to. Their main goal is to serve you and the team. And they're often the first to help. So how do you confirm this? Ask yourself, if my boss had no position and no authority, would I still follow him or her? If you would still follow your boss, they probably value the people more than the position. So you need to consider promoting that boss. The second sign, the boss is focused on character development. Although they have the title and the position, they are still growth focused and growth oriented relative to character, their own character. You witness their intentional character growth as they share what they are learning and encourage others to grow with them. That includes you. They are humble and have a desire to be better, and they express it often. How do you confirm this? Ask yourself, do I see my boss growing and encouraging me to grow? If you do, it's probably time to promote that boss. The third sign you need to promote your boss is the boss is clearly there to support you, meaning they provide assistance and remove obstacles in an effort to make you look good. It's not about them, it's about you. They're quick to give you credit and equally quick to take the blame when things go wrong. Even if it's not their fault, they still take the blame. They think we instead of me. And how do you confirm you got this type of boss? You ask yourself, is it obvious that my boss is there to help me succeed and accomplish the mission? If the answer is yes, probably time to promote that boss. Sign 4, the fourth type sign, your boss needs to be promoted. The boss sees you as a whole person, meaning they are there for you. They know that you can't leave your personal life at the door, and they don't expect you to. They show an interest in your well-being. They ask questions to let you know they sincerely care about you and what you have going on outside of work. They want to know your hopes and your dreams. How do you confirm you have this type boss? Ask yourself, does my boss show a sincere interest in who I am and where I want to go? If you said yes, it's probably time to promote that boss. The fifth sign, the boss values your relationship. They seek you out. They're quick to offer gratitude for a job well done. Thank you are the 2 words you hear most often from them. And they always greet you with a smile, a handshake, a hug, a fist bump, pat on the back, something like that. They stop to talk to you for no apparent reason. When they walk off, you're like, I don't know why they stopped by. They stop by because they value you. So to confirm if you have this kind of boss, ask yourself, do I feel like I matter at work? Relative to your boss, right? Do I feel like I matter at work? If you said yes, probably time to promote that boss. The sixth sign that you may need to promote your boss is the boss asks you a lot of questions. That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. They're always asking questions, not to blame, but to learn. They value your opinion and want you to have input in the decision-making process. When they're asking you a question, that's what they're doing. They're allowing you to have input in the decision-making process. That's a cool thing. That's a good thing. They know they don't have all the answers, and they think you can help. They see you as a valuable resource, not a necessary expense. Big difference. So to confirm if you have this kind of boss, ask yourself, does my boss seek and value my feedback? If the answer is yes, probably time to promote that boss. All right, we're down to number 7. Number 7, the 7th sign, it's probably time to promote your boss, is the boss makes you feel good. Good about work, good about life, good about the company, good about being on the team. So we may not always remember what the boss said or what the boss did when he or she was last with us, but we always remember how they made us feel. Is the boss pleasant, complimentary, appreciative, interested, supportive? To confirm this, ask yourself, do I typically feel good after a conversation with my boss? If the answer is yes, probably time to promote that boss. So if you answered yes to most or all of these questions, it's time to promote the boss. Get busy. You're one of the lucky few that have a boss worth following. And I'm sure even if you have a boss worth following today, you probably had some point in your career know what it's like to be following a boss that's not worth following. So how do you promote the boss? Express gratitude to them. Remember, they need it too. It doesn't matter that they're the boss. It doesn't matter what title they have. Everybody on this planet needs gratitude. Tell their boss how awesome they are. So tell the boss's boss how good your boss is doing. Pump them up. You should do that for everybody, not just the boss. You should do that for people in general that deserve it. Not everybody, not just to be doing it to do it and try to get some extra points. You do it because it's the right thing to do, because you do have an awesome boss. If you don't have an awesome boss, don't be promoting them. Go back and listen to the episode. Probably time to fire them, right? But tell others about the impact they have on you. Tell them the good things they do. Tell them how they do what they do that causes you to respect them. And then one of the most amazing ways to promote the boss is get results, get results, get results. You help the boss look good by getting results. And if you're helping him look good because you're getting results, and you do actually have a good boss, I promise you, he's helping you look good. He's giving you credit. So get results. And even if you got a bad boss, still get results, because getting results makes you look good. And don't give up looking good in spite just to get back at the boss, because if you're trying to make the boss look bad by having low productivity, well, guess who's really looking the worst in the whole picture? So don't let a bad boss cause you some issues. If you're going to go to work, get results, but go above and beyond without a doubt for the good boss. That's one way to promote them. John Maxwell had this to say: the rewards leaders give are counterbalanced by the results that their people give in return. One more time from John Maxwell. The rewards leaders give are counterbalanced by the results that their people give in return. So when a great boss does well, you do well. That's one thing that makes them a great boss. They bring people with them. So often as they grow and go, they take their best supporters with them and give them opportunities they otherwise may not have had. And why do they do that? Because they know your track record. They know your heart. If they're a great boss and you're promoting them regularly, they know you're a great team member. They're going to lift you up just like you're lifting them up. And often, you help them move up internally. You may help them get promoted literally within the organization. Sometimes you help them reach a bigger and brighter future externally in another organization. You may be promoting them outside of the organization. So someone else in the community may hear you talking about your boss, and you may help them get another job with another company. All kind of ways to promote the boss. But they're not going to overlook it when it's happening. Now, a low impact boss, if you're promoting them to try to get brownie points, they're going to overlook it because they all worried about themselves. But a great boss, when you promote them, they're looking at you. And people are drawn to those who serve them, not repelled. So think of those in your life that have served you the most. Or you can think help. You don't have to say the word serve. It could be help, serve. There's synonyms. They mean the same thing. Think of those in your life that have helped you the most. You don't look down on those people. You lift those people up. Service always adds value to people. So when we serve people, we help people, we're adding value to them. And people value people who add value to them. Our boss should serve or help us, and we should serve or help them. When we do, everyone wins. John Maxwell says this: servanthood is not about position or skill, it's about attitude. And what he's talking about is servanthood really is just having an attitude to help other people. High impact people intentionally look for ways to add value to others, and the primary way they do it is by serving or helping them. And I'll leave you with this thought: serving others doesn't lower you, it lifts you. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Talk to you next time.
Make it happen or someone else will. It might as well be you. Are you serious about taking your career and your life to the next level and beyond? Check out Mack Story's Blue Collar Leadership series books and others, now available on audio, along with paperback and ebooks at Amazon, iTunes, and Audible. Please visit bluecollarleadership.com to learn about Mack's books, programs, special offers, certifications, and more. Thank you for listening to the Blue Collar Leadership Podcast.